When we look up at the night sky, we see stars everywhere, beautiful stars, just shining so brightly. Stars are all around us, everywhere we look. But what exactly are these stars really? They are actually just these glowing, fiery balls of light. But when we look at them, we see them as having distinct, sharp points. Here I have two 4-pointed stars, but from these two 4-pointed stars, I will now create an 8-pointed star, and I'll do that by shining light through them. And I will project them onto this projection screen with the help of two candles. When I arrange these candles in the proper way, then a beautiful 8-pointed star will be created. But what if I were to take a red filter and place it right in front of one of those candles? What color would the individual points of the flames then appear? So, one of the candles is completely covered by a red filter, and we might have naturally assumed that some of the tips would appear red, while the others would appear white. However, what we clearly perceive is that some of these specific points appear distinctly red, while others present themselves with a noticeable, almost bluish tint, even though, in reality, the only source of illumination for them is just that single plain white candle. Our eyes perceive three primary colors, red, green, and blue, thanks to the cone cells within them. However, when we begin to mix these colors, other hues and shades are created. For example, when green is mixed with red, we obtain yellow. When blue is mixed with red, we obtain purple. And when green is mixed with blue, we obtain the color azure. And these are what we call complementary colors. To put it simply, they are the opposing colors. What this means is that for the color red, the opposing colors are those that are created by mixing blue and green, which, as you know, results in cyan. And that is precisely what we observe in those specific areas. We are seeing the complementary color to this particular one. Why is that? Well, it's because our eyes become accustomed to that specific red color, and then, as a result, we perceive the complementary color. What this means is that a pure white surface will then appear to us as a shade of cyan. A similar effect is produced when we look at the so-called Coca-Cola image. Our eyes, conversely, adapt to the azure hue. Look at that Coca-Cola. What color is it? You see it's red. When we zoom in, we see that the image uses only azure, white, and black. We don't perceive any red color there at all. However, when we observe the entire image as a complete composition, we then distinctly see an azure hue, an azure background, and a red Coca-Cola. This occurs because our visual perception, conversely, becomes fully accustomed to that particular azure tone. And that is precisely why, within this very image, we clearly perceive a red Coca-Cola, even though there is absolutely no actual red color present within it. It works in a similar way, for example, with the color green. Try to consider for a moment what the complementary color to green is. It is created by mixing those other two colors together. We have green, blue, and also red. This means that when I mix the red with the blue, a purple color will be created. Therefore, it is essential that our tips are colored purple. Now I have two flashlights here, and they are able to shine in many different colors. They can light up in white and also in red, blue, and green. And now I'm going to try to shine through these 4-pointed stars with these flashlights, and let's see what we will discover there. I'm going to illuminate this area with a bright white light, and then, immediately after that, I will switch on the green light. And what you'll observe is the appearance of distinct purple fringes or edges.